All right, fam. I just had something I really wanted to share. I came into the classroom, and anyway, I, so this morning, I go to this fellowship on Wednesday mornings, and so when I went in this morning, I was running a little bit behind and stuff. So I went in, left my phone in the car, and just got back to my car. And so the first thing I did, I was only going for a few minutes. The first thing I did was check my phone. And it just made me think about the whole phone thing, about how important the phone is to us. And I know, I get it. Cell phones now, they provide a convenience for us. It offers a way for us to be contacted in the case of an emergency and things. And it gives us a line of communication that we didn't have before that really could be beneficial for us in a lot of the things that we do nowadays. So I get the safety with having a cell phone. So I understand all those things. However, it just made me think about the times where we didn't have the cell phones. And let me take it a step further. It made me think about the dependency that I have, or that we can have, on a cell phone. And I know you've heard these conversations before, but today it just hit kind of different. I'm thinking of like last night, or there are days I've sat on my phone doing different things like for an hour, and I look up like, oh my gosh, I have been doing this for an hour on my phone, and it made me realize what it was taken away from. In the same token, again, crazy, and I know it sounds like on a tangent, I don't mean to. In the same token, it made me think like when I go to certain events, how I'll take my phone out to record an event, and basically I'm watching the event through my phone because I'm recording it, and so I'm having to watch on how I'm recording it. So I'm kind of missing the impact that the moment can have because I'm watching it through my phone because I'm recording something. It just made me think about the power of that we've given our cell phones. Let me take it a step further. So even when I got in the car this morning and started heading out, I go to check my phone. It just made me think, Lo, you're only going away from your phone for a few minutes. Whatever was important enough that you missed, honestly, was it so important that 30 minutes or however long it was, that it was gonna be like, I don't know, this just detrimental? Please understand, I am not saying that, certain emergencies or phone calls are not necessary in the case of an emergency. I am not saying that at all. But I think about how many times I've picked up my phone, even when I didn't hear it ring, I picked it up and checked it as though, did I miss something? Or how many times I picked up my phone to look at something that could have happened, that never happened because I never received an alert. Just thinking about how we hug and just hold on tight to our cell phones, the importance that we've given it. And I said to myself, what else in my life have I given so much importance to? Is there anything that compares to my cell phone? Do I even give my family the time like I give my cell phone? Because, hey, if you want me to be honest, there are times me personally, when I'm with my family and I got my phone out. Some of y'all are guilty of that too. There's times you're sitting around a dinner table, or you're hanging out at dinner, or you're at some event, or you're at some, it could be a church service, whatever. And you got your phone out looking at your phone when you're supposed to be family time. You're supposed to be doing something with someone else. And yet, we're engulfed in what's going on our phone. And here's the thing, they can't see us on that phone. I know they're saying, well, we got Snapchat and all this, whatever. No, man, it's like at the end of the day, what else has my just attention that's so important to me than my cell phone? I wonder if we've given so much value and just so much worth to our cell phone that we've allowed that to take place of other things in our life. I mean, it just made me think. And here's the other thing. Let me just say this too, because it's in my head. Let me say this too. The other thing I thought about this morning with that is that, yeah, there are certain things that are an emergency that I need to get that phone call. But there are some things, honestly, fam, there are some things that if I don't answer the phone right then and there, they are going to be okay. That situation is going to be fine. And so I don't have to answer that phone. Again, I press rewind in the times that I didn't have the phone. And this is some time ago. Let's just keep it honest. It's some time ago. But I think about, how many times my life was gravely impacted because I didn't have a cell phone. And it's like, you know what? There's really not many times that my life was just just crazy or gravely impacted because I didn't have a cell phone. I don't know, man, it just made me think about value, what's valuable, who's valuable in my life. Is my cell phone so valuable in my life that it takes up all of my time? Is it so valuable that I've let it replace people? If it's so valuable that it occupies me even when I'm not alerted by it? Man, just how valuable is my phone to me? And here's the question, should it be that valuable? Should it be? I don't know, just something to think about. Someone said this about money, and this time about time. I really do. I think we should treat our time like money. You've heard me say that several times. I'm wondering how many of us take a block of our day and say, you know what, I'm not going to answer my phone. I talked to some of my students about that, and they think I'm crazy. How many times out the day do you say, you know what, for the next 2 hours, I'm not going to even look at my cell phone. For the next 3 hours, I'm not going to even check my cell phone. While I'm in this window of space and time, I'm not going to even consider what's going on with my cell phone. How many of us do that every single day? I'm not talking about while we're sleeping, because some of us have the alerts going off while we're sleeping. And with that being said, how many of us wake up and the first thing we do in the morning is check our cell phone? It's just crazy, fam. Made me think about it. Should it be that important? Should it have that much value? Should it have that much worth? For me, personally, and maybe you could say the same thing, I wonder how much more money I would make, how many more healthy relationships I would have if I took away the time that I spend in my phone and took that time to help build my wealth, or to help build my relationships, to help build my faith walk. You know, how much further along would I be if I substituted my time away from that phone, investing in those other things? Just something to think about. Didn't mean to take 7 minutes to say this. Love you guys so much, fam. Peace.